It's your boy King Flip. I'm gonna call my channel from now on Cooking with Flip. I'm gonna try to go live every time I cook because I've been cooking lately. I've been cooking a lot lately, rather, because I'm like a house husband now. You know, I don't do too much moving around. My wife been out there getting the money. She out there breadwinning, bring the money, bringing the bacon home. So I be taking care of the family business. Anything pertaining to what need to get done around the house, I'm taking care of that pretty much. Not everything, cause some of the stuff she do thorough cleaning. You know, I straighten up. She thoroughly cleans the house on the weekend, but I'll straighten up. I keep everything straight and in order, and I do most of the cooking on the weekday. 3 times out of 5 days I'll cook. But in a kind of way, I'm always about PFG business. So instead of just doing one thing at a time, I decided to multitask with what I got going on in the world, plus what I think about what's going on in the world. Speaking about it on this live. So pass this video around because it's gonna get good. I'm gonna be literally cooking food and cooking up common sense knowledge at the same time. That's why I'm gonna call this from now on. My channel is called Cooking with Flip. I think I can change it. If not, it's all good. Keep it like I got it, but y'all know what it is. Cooking with Flip. We're gonna get to talking about today's subject, which is always on my mind, is what's going on in the black community in America. And what's going on in the black community in America is real simple for me. It's real simple for me. What I see is in the black community, in the cities with large black populations, they normally are Democrat cities, which I don't care nothing about, Democrat or Republican, don't make no difference to me. It's all the same thing to me, because that's all the colonizer shit. It's not our shit. That's all masters, the former masters or current masters shit. It's not our shit. We didn't set that up like that. We didn't set that government up like that. We not in control of the government. So that's not our shit. Common sense would tell you that the true black man and the true white man that we know, the true white man that we know, the true white American man, and the true black American man. When I say true, that means one side hasn't crossed over to the other side, and the other side hasn't crossed over to that side. My guy, what's up with you? I see, Galloway. Stick to me, man. Start passing my videos around because I'm about to start coming hard every day. I ain't even tripping no more. I used to be like, nah, I'm going to chill, let them YouTube folks do YouTube stuff. But nah, I got to get involved because it looked like we ain't got that much time left. So people need to hear my point of view because I think my point of view is fresh. It's not like everybody else's point of view. And the people that know me know I'm living what I'm speaking. Been living it for years. The stuff that I'm seeing now, people getting videos and these podcasts or whatever coming out with the subject matter that they talking about now. I was talking about this stuff in the early 90s. How people talking about religion has failed the black community and all of this stuff, and it's not doing anything to help the black community get into a better position and all of this stuff. I was talking about that in the early 90s. Matter of fact, people who know me know I got kicked out of my church that I grew up in the 90s. I went in there and just asked some questions. I wanted to ask some questions. Just so happened to be in the middle of a broadcasting. So, but I was doing this way back in then, and now it's coming out that pretty much all that religion and all that shit is bullshit, because they don't really understand what they think they know. They don't understand it. They don't understand what they think they believe. That's what I meant to say. They don't understand it. And if you don't understand what you think you believe, can you really believe it? Jesus was a revolutionary, so that means you got to be revolutionary. Ain't nothing changed. The same people he was fighting against are the same people that's in power today. So how can you be in cahoots with them? How is that even possible? And still be on God's side? You in cahoots with the same people that killed him, or the same type of people that killed him. Today you in cahoots with them, but you feel like you a follower of Jesus Christ, you this Christian or whatever. It doesn't make sense. It's all bullshit. And I've been saying this for years, but now it's all coming out. It's really all coming out. Everybody can see that the majority of this shit going on today is a result of the people who are in charge being children of Satan. And that's what it all really boils down to. It's simple. It's really common sense. That's all Jesus was showing. If they was going against Jesus at the time that he was walking the earth, what he was saying, it was symbolic. You could see it. If they was going against Jesus, Jesus said he came from God. He and God were one. That means if they was going against him, they was going against God. If Jesus was standing, like we say today, standing on business, standing on righteousness, and they put him up on the cross, that means they were standing on business for the devil. Same today. They're standing on business for the devil. Only thing is, they ain't got no Jesuses to deal with today. Everybody done sold out, thinking they can do both. Thinking they can be American and they're black Americans, African Americans. They think they can do both when it's impossible. You can't do both. I was looking at a video the other day. They had a black pastor say he's the spiritual leader for Trump. And you can just look at him and listen to him and tell he full of shit. You a bootlicking punk. You ain't no real man. Talking about you, Trump called you his pit bull. You Trump pit bull. Why you ain't Jesus pit bull if you a pastor? What you doing pit bulling for Trump for? You feel me? And I ain't really tripping off Trump because that's their people. That's their Arthur Fonzarelli. He not our Arthur Fonzarelli. If he went to school with us, he'd have been getting his ass kicked every day. He'd have been pushed into a corner. Wouldn't be saying nothing. Because he knew he ain't had no ground to stand on. But because Trump came from where he came from, he was the Arthur Fonzarelli of where he came from. He's the Arthur Fonzarelli of white people who believe in the type of nonsense, who believe in America. They fought and bled for the country in America. Man, that was bullshit. Y'all run by England. England run by whoever they run by. And whoever they run by is run by whoever they run by. But it ain't got nothing to do with African people. We were slaves in the whole scenario. We were slaves in the paradigm in their eyes. You know, they talk that good talk. You know, it's you got to be politically correct today. You can't just come out and say, "Nigga, you my slave." Trump be coming close to it, but still, you can't just come out and say that because then you'll expose yourself. And that's what the devil never wants to do. That's his power. He don't let you see that he the devil. He makes you believe that he God. He an angel of light. He don't want you to see how wicked and evil he is. But if you a real person of God and you recognize truth when you see it, like we got the saying where I come from, it said real recognize real. If you real, you gonna see the bullshit in them those people immediately. So I don't get caught up in the politics with if Trump is good or bad. That ain't none of our business. I know he not good for me. He can't speak for me. He don't come from where I come from. He didn't walk in these type of shoes, nowhere near these type of shoes that we came up in. Trump can't even relate to poor white people. How are you gonna relate to black people? He was on the side. He come from the people that was doing what they was doing to black people when they was doing what they was doing to black people in the way that they was doing it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't just got to say it, but y'all understand what I'm talking about. The problem in the black community today is it ain't no men. I see niggas making videos trying to blame shit on the black woman and this and that. Like, y'all ain't no men. Y'all don't see how the game being played? Since the beginning, watch the Game of Thrones, man. These cats been conquerors forever, man. They trying to take over. They playing the chess game. That's why the Game of Thrones is a cold show. You got to watch it because you can see the dynamics of how life works. You know what I'm saying? It's hierarchies, it's levels to the game. And they showed all this on these type of shows. Like even with my boy Utrecht, The Last Kingdom or whatever that one was called. What role we playing in all that? We just running around here being the court jesters. What they call them? The jokesters or whatever. We ain't really in the game. What black man trying to conquer? Why we ain't conquering? That's why we on the bottom. We ain't conquering nothing. We ain't even got no people that come from our communities that's got the mind state, man, we can take this shit over. We not even trying to take over our cities where we come from. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, where I know it's 80% or above in the city of Memphis. They can put all them numbers together what they want you and try to make it look like it's not. Nah, man, you go to Memphis, you know. It's got to be, you might be thinking it's 95% black. And then they manipulate these numbers to make you think one thing. But as far as with the money, oh yeah, white boy run the money. He got control of the economics now in Memphis. They been having a foothold on that for the longest. You know, they showed them niggas in Memphis what it was back when those three grocers got their ass blowed off trying to compete with the white boy with the grocery store. Had all the black people stealing all the white boy customers from him, and then they got into it with the white boys, and the white boys ended up killing them. Them three grocers that what's her name was talking about. What's the writer's name? The woman, cold woman. Why I can't think of her name right now. But she was writing about it, and they kicked her up out of Memphis. She had to leave. Saying we didn't have to stand for that. You know, she was writing about it. A beautiful young black woman. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I put her name in the comment section for me. All of our black scholars, historians. You know who I'm talking about, the woman that wrote about, she from Mississippi, I think, but she was living in Memphis. And she had her own paper or whatnot. Cold ancestor right there. On the level of a Harriet Tubman. But using her intellect and her writing skills. The problem with the black community is the men. The men ain't no conquerors. We need to have some conquerors in the black community. Some real conquerors need to be in the black community. With the conqueror's mind state. A conqueror gonna take care of his people. You're gonna have a plan, and everybody gonna be included, because in order to conquer some shit, you got to have everybody with you. You can't conquer shit by yourself. So, in order to get everybody with you, you're going to have to look out for everybody. A conqueror going to look out for his people because he's trying to conquer some shit. He wants y'all to come with him so he can conquer. I guess that's what you can call me. I'm a conqueror. I want to conquer some shit. That's why I had to get up out of Memphis because it wasn't no more people who were down. Them niggas trying to conquer you. We trying to conquer each other. No, nigga, let's get together and conquer they motherfucking ass. They done conquered us for years. Now it's time for us to conquer now. That's what the game is. The game ain't about being all nice to everybody. We saw what happened to us when we was, oh yeah, come on in. This land is our land. This land is your land. From California to Island, this land, no, it ain't. They came and conquered that shit, took that shit. That's what it is. So we got to have some of those type of cats to come up. Like even with Fred Hampton them, they was always on the defense. You had Pete Newton them, they was always on the defense. They wasn't ever on the offense. They was always on the defense. On their back foot. They weren't ever on the front foot. But they made that move like your boy got on the front foot in the move. Too bad it was just a moving. The spook who sat by the door, he was right. But even him, he was just being reactionary to what was already going on. But he wanted to look out for everybody. He had him a plush little job, whatnot. But he wasn't just thinking about himself. He was thinking about the people. Like Muhammad Ali was back in the day. He was like, yeah, I can do it. I'm a famous athlete or whatever. I got $10 million or whatever. Yeah, I can go there. But what about everybody else? What about my other people? See, he was always thinking about the other people. But he wasn't trying to conquer. You should have been trying to conquer like he was conquering their ass in the ring. But see, in the real arena, in the real court or the real pitch or the real football field or whatever, the game of life, they was tearing his ass up. In the sport of boxing, it should have been symbolic on what we could do to their ass in real life. If we learn that the game of life is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. It's a team sport. That's why the white people love Trump, because Trump got in there talking about he was going to take care of the people. You ain't got to be the president of the United States or the president of a country that want to take care of your people. You're supposed to want to take care of your people anyway. Because that's where you come from, them your people. You want to see your people eat. Back in the day, before all this so-called civilization, you had hunters and gatherers. They was hunting and gathering for the village. They weren't just hunting and gathering for themselves. So if somebody like Jay-Z can go out, Michael Jordan can go out, Oprah Winfrey can go out and earn $1 billion. You're supposed to be doing that for the village, for the tribe. Not just for yourself and for your immediate family. You come from a community. You got to take care of your people. That's the first thing you got to be trying to do. Take care of your people, man. That should be the top thing on your list. You supposed to want to conquer. I don't care, y'all done conquered us all this time, but you ain't got to kill people to conquer. That's what they think. They just come in bulldog, you know. Like the Norwegians and the Northmen. They used to jump up off them ships and kill everything in sight. They don't even say, hey, hello, how are you? They don't get to know your personality and none of that. They just jump off the ship, kill it. You can have on a priest uniform, whatever, they don't care. They're going to cut your throat off. Cut your head off. Slit your throat. We need conquerors amongst us that we can rally behind. And when you conquering today, you don't have to conquer with blood, but you got to be prepared because they're going to come to your blood because we can take over. We strategically placed all over the world to take over the world. It's a cold game. See, it's a chess game, and we not the ones that's controlling the chessboard. We just some pawns and the pieces on the chessboard. God playing and the devil playing. They playing a chess game. Whose side you on? Ain't number two coaches, God and the devil. Who you play for? We play for God. I'm on God's side, so God controlling my movements, what I'm doing, how I'm interacting with people. You know, I'm dipping and dabbing through there because I see the terrain that I'm playing in. I'm seeing how it works. You got to be careful being a black man wherever you go on this earth. So you can't be stupid and thinking you're going to be, they accepting you as being a part. They not. They looking at you a black man. You're not like them. And I'm not talking about, of course, individuals. Because, yeah, of course, you're going to bring some good Europeans, some good, all types of people. Good people that will help you do what you're trying to do. But they don't have no power. They're not in control. The ones that really got rank and power and control, they ain't trying to help you come up because you're a conqueror just like them. They ain't trying to help. They trying to conquer your ass. They ain't trying to help you conquer them. That's common sense. The problem in the black community today is the black man. The black man head ain't right. You don't understand the game. You still running around here thinking that like a child. You think like a child. You don't understand the game. The game is to take over. And then once you take over, then you either gonna show that you righteous or you wicked. But you gotta be trying to take over. Because when things ain't right, you're supposed to be trying to change it and make it right. We see things not right. But we rallying behind these people, whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's Kamala Harris, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Bill Clinton, whether it's Ronald Reagan, whether it's Jimmy Carter. That's their thing, man. That's not our thing. They acquired what they got by the way that they acquired how they got. We know what they did. We don't have to go through the history of what we understand who they are and what they did. Why are we trying to deny that? Why are we trying to act like they didn't show us who they were, who they are already, or who they was already, or who they are? We trying to act like that these people haven't shown us exactly who they are. When they have multiple. They constantly showing us who they are. Constantly. For real. They constantly showing us who they are, and we just in denial or we punked out and we say, okay, we can't beat them, let's join them. That's what I get from all these people. You ain't getting your education to one day form a coalition of people that's gonna go against the wicked system. You get your education so you can join the wicked system. You respect the wickedness. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of these cats out here. I don't respect the wickedness. I abhor the wickedness. The wickedness, I'm disgusted by the wickedness. Share this video. Comment where you from. Just like people be saying, that's what y'all be doing. So I got to do the same. I got to remember. You understand me? I got to remember how to do this thing because I'm just now starting to, I don't get back into it. Back when YouTube really first came out, I had a whole lot of followers because I used to do talking head videos all the time. But I didn't realize how powerful it was. But once I seen there was a whole bunch of fakeness going on, even back then, this is around 2009, 2008, 2009, 2010. I was on the internet making videos. A whole lot of videos. I took them all down. I had a whole lot of, I think I had 45,000 subscribers, 44,000 subscribers back then. Now I got 566. Because I'm smart. I had to jump back off of it and see what's really going on. All money ain't good money. Wasn't nobody making no money back then anyway. I didn't really know. All I saw is, oh, these niggas ain't like me. I thought, I was giving people a chance. I'm like, damn, This is a double-edged sword. You can be meeting people and letting the devil in. The devil is in disguise. You thinking, we all have been naive in our lives, especially when it comes to some new shit like this internet and all that. This was new to me, to us. It's still pretty much new. We don't really know how powerful this shit is. You got all these people listening to you, and you got people coming and DMing you, direct messaging you, and commenting on your video, and you linking up with people, and you thinking they like you. These people fake as hell. They on here trying to hustle and scam and grift. They were just on here to get money. I was on here to link up with like-minded people. So I had to bag up off of it. Like I did, I bagged up off of it. You feel me? So now I'm back because I have a total understanding of what's going on. And you see what I'm saying? Now I see it. I see what needs to be done and how you can do what you're trying to do with the internet without getting caught up in the nonsense. Yeah, man, we supposed to be trying to conquer. We ain't like them, though. We gonna conquer in our own way. We can conquer, black people, we can conquer easily because we so cool. Everything we do, black people in America, everything we do pretty much is cool to the world. We just got to know this and use this as a collective and not as individuals. Because if we do it as individuals, only thing you're going to end up doing is selling out to the system. We got to learn how to do and use our talents and gifts as a collective. And we control it. Once the first rap group in the 1970s, whoever they were, they signed that record deal, they sold hip-hop out. From the beginning, hip-hop had sold out. Once we started signing a record deal with them, we were signing everything, all of our creativity over to them. And we've been doing it like that ever since. They ain't had nothing to do with that organic culture that was being created. So they jumped in and took care of the economic side of it, the financial side of it. They control the financial side because they know, man, they ain't got no money. They trying to get money because they come from the poor. Yeah, we all come from nothing. So of course, we can rap or we can make these songs or whatever. They like, okay, we got the money. They got the talent. Let's buy their talent from them. Let's own them. Let's control them. Let's buy their personality. Let's buy their fashion sense. Let's buy everything. Let's own everything that they're doing because it's going to grow. It's going to get bigger. So we need to jump out in front of this thing and then make up some contracts and then give them some money because if they coming from a household that don't make more than $10,000 a year, if we give them a $10,000, give them a contract and they give them $10,000 at one time, they're going to think they millionaires, man. They're going to feel like they made it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get them all under contracts. We're going to give them all a little money. And they're going to we're going to control the culture because once we get the first people to sign with us, the other ones are going to be easy because they're going to just fall in line. So we're going to be able to control the culture because they're going to think that they have to come through us to reap anything from a culture that they created. So by proxy, we will be in control of the culture and the direction of the culture. We will have control over it. And that's what you see, the result of today. They using it, they weaponize our own creativity and our own talents against us. And they getting the lion's share of the money that it circulates, that it generates. The lion's share, giving us the crumbs. And what we don't understand is that's life. You can't sit around and bicker. You know, history is to be learned from, not to dwell on. I'm gonna say that again. History is to be learned from, is not to dwell on. We're supposed to have a think tank of people going back through history. That's their thing. To see where, you know, certain things happen so that we can use in our quest to conquer the world. But we got to be in the mind state of conquering the world. And if you're not that type of person, you got to support that person that comes from where you come from, whose mind state is to conquer the world. Because if you help that person conquer the world, you and your family is going to benefit from it as well. Same way that these people who are assisting these Europeans in conquering the world, it trickles down. All of them aren't conquerors, but they assisted the conqueror, so they living fat because of their loyalty and their value to the conqueror. And it all trickles down to them. Now, when talking about the bottom feeders and all that, they don't really care nothing about them. They treat them just like they treat all the other people. They don't really care nothing about them like that. Because it's all about how valuable you are. Just like Michael Jackson. They didn't care nothing about Michael Jackson. They didn't care nothing about that little kid from Gary, Indiana, until he proved that he could generate a lot of money for them. By the time Michael Jackson figured out what was going on, it was too late. They had got billions, and he had generated billions and billions of fake ass money for them. He had captured the mind of millions of people around the world. Captured the minds of millions of people around the world. Thank y'all for coming. Just cooking with Flipp. And I'm just gonna cook and I'm gonna talk about what's going on in the world the whole time I'm cooking. Every time I get to cooking, I'm gonna get to cooking. And if you just now joined in, what I want to say is, we was talking about the problem with the black community, but it's all related, so I might go all the way around the world and get back to what the original topic was, which is, what's the problem with the black community? And I said the problem with the black community is the black man. Not every individual, but in generally speaking, it's the black man's fault that the black community is in shambles. It's not the black woman's fault, and I ain't no simp by far. Closer to a pimp than a simp. But I'm gonna tell you, it's the black man's fault. We don't blame men, don't blame anything on women. Whatever's going on in my household, under my roof as a man, you think I'm gonna blame that on my wife? No, I was in the Navy. On the ship, anything that happens that goes wrong on that ship, it's the captain's fault. He gonna be held responsible for whatever happens on that ship. So the captain on the ship can make your ass walk the plank. His word is law. Because when it boils down to it, whatever goes on that ship, he gonna be held responsible for. You feel me? So how can we as black men sit back and say, man, it's the black woman, man. She done got close to the white. How you let her get close to the white man? You let her get close to the white man. How she get close to that white man and believe in the white man and get brainwashed by the white man if you didn't drop the ball somewhere and allow that to happen? See, it's called responsibility, man. I'm responsible. And I ain't tripping. Because a lot of us make mistakes, but that don't mean the mistakes we made can't be rectified, can't be corrected. You feel? For real. Our mistakes can be corrected. But we first have to admit that we made some mistakes. And the thing that we doing now is like we gone and got this education or whatever. You got all these educated ass black men. But ain't none of them conquerors. And the ones that are could be considered as conquerors get blackballed and outcast by their own community because you're gonna mess up somebody's position, man. Come on, man, just be quiet, chill, man. Dang. I ain't no chilling ass nigga. That ain't me. I can remember. I'm gonna give you. This is a real event that happened in my life back in the day. You know, I rap. I can rap my ass off. Still can rap. Just because you see this right on my face, that don't mean. And my flow is infinite. It don't get old. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna start showing y'all in some of these other videos I'm gonna put up. But any kind of way, I can remember. I don't know if y'all know him. Everybody might not know him, but he's from Memphis. They call him Jazzy Faye. James Alexander. Jazzy Faye. Talented cat. Got plenty of talent. Got rhythm. He from Memphis. Got soul. You know, musical. Got it in his soul. Got it in his spirit. He was living in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta too at the time. We was going to studio with him one time. Me, him, and I think Kool-Aid. I don't know who it was, but it was me, Jazz, and Son took them to Dallas Austin studio. We was in Dallas Austin studio, and I believe whatchamacallit was in there, the DOC, working on an album or something. You know, I play instruments too. I play bass, trumpet, drums, whatever. So we in the studio, DOC listening to his music, we in there, we listening and shit, and then, you know, like people in there, he was like, he asked us, he said, he's like, man, what y'all think about that, man? That's such a thing. And then they were like, yeah, this jump up. I'm listening to it, because when I was listening to it, I'm like, man, that bass line could be, you know what I'm saying? That bass line weak, or that bass line could be changed or whatever. And then I was like, yeah, it's cool. But that bass line kind of, you know what I'm saying? You could fix that bass line. You can do something else with that bass line. Man, Jazzy Faye gave a look to me like, nigga, shut up, nigga. I got you in here. You in here with me. Shut up. You don't, you know, like, I'm getting all this from how he looked at me. You know, I'm from Memphis. I'm looking at this nigga like, fuck you looking at me like that for, nigga? Dumbass nigga. If I ain't asked us what we thought about the song, so I'm telling them what I feel about the song. I ain't tripping. He ain't got to listen to me or take my advice about nothing, but I'm gonna give my opinion, because that's who I am. And I just remember that, you know. And years later, when I was in now, before I get to that, I'm gonna go back to being in Atlanta. My guy Rob. I knew my cat Rob. Rob was a hustler, scammer back in the day, was getting money back in the day. So he knew some cats that was in industry. And this back in Atlanta before Atlanta blew up like it is in the music. This was like 93, late 92, 93, 94, some shit like that. So it's just another example about the industry and what was going on with these folks in in the music industry and why I never blew up in the music industry or even got close to blowing up, but has good music and niggas who knew who was back then knew, oh yeah, he flowing. But in kind of way, Rob took me to some producer's house. I forgot his name. I don't even know. He probably famous today or whatever. But he had money back then. He had a big ass. Well, he had the studio set up in a big mansion in Alpharetta. He was telling me, "I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna go over and check you over here. Man, you just holla at dude. The dude going such and such and such." So I'm over there. Rob hustling whatever. So he take me over there. He's like, "Man, chill. I'm gonna go and take care of some business right there." I'm coming. It's all good. So I go in. He introduced me to dude on the phone the whole time. But he's like, "Hey, what's up? We shake hands." So I sat down. And then Rob said he was gonna make a run, come back. So I'm there sitting, dude on the phone the whole time. I can't remember the dude's name, but he on the phone the whole time. And I'm sitting there. I'm just, being patient, chilling. Sitting there, 30 minutes go by. I'm still being patient. I'm chilling. Nigga on the phone. I'm hearing him on the phone. Like again, I say again, I'm from Memphis. I'm from Memphis, so I'm listening to his phone call. He on the phone simping to this, bro. No, baby, no, it ain't like that. Yeah, come on, I love you and yeah, no, I'm gonna get it for you. See, the girl, I relate to the girl who was on the other end way more than I could relate to him. She charging this trick ass. I don't hear her talking, but like I say, I'm from Memphis. I observe everything. I'm going by what he's saying. I know exactly what she's saying. He a trick. I'm looking at him, he kind of chubby and whatever. He had some jewelry on or whatever. Had the big house. I don't even know if it was his house or not, but he was in the house and had his studio in the house. So in a kind of way, I'm waiting. 30 minutes go by, 40 minutes go by, 45 minutes go by. I'm listening to his conversation. Hour go by. I'm like, damn. I'm looking at, we're looking at my watch. I'm like, come on, now. Rob ain't came back. I'm getting high. I'm like, damn, I done came over here to listen to this man trick off on the phone and with this little broad and and he acting like I ain't even there. So I'm like, man, what's going on? Finally, about an hour and a half later, Rob come back in. He come back in the house. And then he like, what's going on with y'all? Y'all did? I'm like, man, I ain't did shit. This nigga been on the phone the whole time. And he like straight up, he like, yeah, he like, man, you gonna have to chill. Man, shit, man, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't care, man. This how you gonna have to get in the man? No, man, I don't even want to be around this nigga. This nigga talking like that, he a trick, but he gonna keep me on hold, waiting like I supposed to wait on him. What kind of niggas do that? Is that what kind of niggas in the industry? Then God did right, not let me have me be invisible. Don't see me. Cause I'd have been like Pop. I'd have been dead before Pop. No way in the world. That's why I thank God every day that he let me escape that bullshit. Like, it's so much bullshit in the game to where we should never be allowing our children to even form their mouth to where they say they want to be in the industry or something. We got to make our own movies, make our own music, put our own music out, do our own thing. We don't need to have these folks, because the people that they choosing to get in positions ain't the best people. For one thing, they ain't the most talented people. They the people that's gonna do exactly what they tell them to do. That's why they get them money. That's why they can trust them with money. They can trust me with no money because I'm a conqueror. I'm trying to conquer the world. They ain't trying to assist me in conquering the world. They trying to keep niggas like me down. They ain't trying to assist me in conquering the world. But them niggas that's gonna do whatever they say, like if I was a white boy, one of them white boys, someone would have came in there that hold some position, he would have been said, babe, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm gonna call you back when such and such. He treated me like I wasn't even there, like I wasn't nobody. That was totally disrespectful to me. And that, in a nutshell, is the industry. So to me, if you make it in the industry and they don't kill you like they did Pac, like they did Pimp C, like they did Nipsey, like they did a whole lot of cats that were free thinkers. And I ain't talking about Biggie, because Biggie ain't never let me see that he was any kind of free thinker or something. He might have been behind the scenes. I don't know. That's probably why they went ahead on and got his ass up out of there. Puffy probably went ahead on and got him up out of there because Biggie probably wanted to do his own shit. And then the white boy had already hit Puffy to the game on, look, this is what you do for the motherfuckers that want to, you know, take your platform. You give them a platform, they want to run off and leave you and do their own shit. That ain't how that shit works. You set their ass up. You got to line them up. And then you put the insurance on his head. And then you going to get the money from his death. You ain't got to worry about it. You'll be getting all the money from the proceeds from his albums and all that. Because you don't need his ass living. If you want to play this game, nigga, this is how to play the game. And Puffy like, it's all good. Yeah, I want to play the game. I want to remain in the game. So Puffy line big ass up. See, that what Puffy doing. They probably got some kind of hierarchy system that they use anyway in hip hop. That's what I think. In music, period, they got a hierarchy. You know, if they say you're a billionaire or something, they put you on as the face of hip hop or whatever. So anybody need to get killed that they feel like it's a threat or whatever, it's gonna come through. They're gonna assign you with the task. You're gonna have to do that because that's your area, hip hop. You take care of that. It's like all this shit with Dolph and all these people. You know, they ain't just, that shit just wasn't no regular Memphis shit that happened, man. That shit came from the top. And who at the top of hip hop right now? Who at the top of hip hop right now? Who? Jay? Oh, okay. Who up under Jay? Who hanging around Jay? Being cool with Jay? Who? Gotti? Oh, okay. Who Gotti was beefing with? Straight up? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's how I feel all this shit work. Yeah. And I feel like that for good reason, because I feel like I'm a smart person. I feel like I'm extremely intelligent. Couldn't be no other way. If I'm trying to conquer the world, how am I gonna be a dumb motherfucker trying to conquer the world? I'm like the brain. People ask me, ain't no sense in asking me what I'm doing today. I'm trying to take over the world. That's what I'm doing. What you asking me for? Think I'm playing? Any kind of way. Stay away from the system. Stay away from the system. Stay away from the system. Because the system wasn't created for us. You're gonna have to live on the outside, on the outskirts, if you don't want to be discovered. If you don't want to be exposed, if you don't want to expose yourself, stay on the outside. Stay on the outside, on the outskirts. Live on the outskirts. Don't try to get off in the midst. Don't try to be off in the midst. For real. Stay on the outskirts. It's safe on the outskirts until we form our team. If you expose yourself too fast, you got so many black demons out here too that'll take that money from them and end your life because of what they say. 30 pieces of silver. They'll end your life. There's too many of them out there. We got to, man, it's a cold game. If I'm able to do what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, man, I'm gonna have to go down in history as one of the most brilliant minds that were ever born to a woman. But it won't even be that. It'll be my unwavering obedience to the Most High. Because only the Most High can tell you where to go and what you ain't just that smart, you know. The Most High give you your intuition. You just got to be obedient enough to listen. That's all. You are more special than everybody else because you communicating with the Most High. You communicating, even if it's just somebody that's in the presence of the Most High or in cahoots with the Most High, because we don't know who we talking to in our head. It ain't necessarily got to be God. It could be one of God's help us. But even that is because it's all one. They're gonna because it all the glory always goes back to the source. So whether you talking to the thousandth angel, you know, on the level of 1,000, because it's levels to the thing. The closer you are to God, the more valuable you are. So you could be talking to an angel that's 1,000 steps away from God, or 1,000 levels away from God. You still blessed because they close to God. They way closer to God than you are, and they part of the divine plan. So if you listening to them, you good. See, we gotta humble ourselves. We be talking about like we talking to God and God told. How you know what God? What you talking about? You a cold boy. You talking to God? And you ain't conquered the world? You ain't trying to conquer the world, but you talking to God. That's what these preachers will have you believe. That they talking to no God told, but you ain't conquering. God ain't told you how to conquer the world. Oh, it ain't our responsibility. We ain't supposed to be trying to conquer no world. What you mean? Jesus, this prayer, the Lord's Prayer, in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus said, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's a kingdom, dog. Thy kingdom come on earth. That's a kingdom. You got to conquer some shit to goddamn it create a kingdom. That's gonna be laying the law down, laying God's law down. You're gonna have to conquer this junk called the devil. People run this junk. This the devil kingdom. So in order to conquer that kingdom, you're gonna need a conqueror. And that's what's wrong with the black community in America. There are no conquerors. We just got some go along to get along niggas. Niggas wanna, what's the word I'm looking for? Ingratiate themselves into the white man's kingdom and live comfortably under the white man's authority. So you're a sellout. You ain't really no sellout. You a devil. So you are a sellout. That means you sold God out. That ain't talking about on earth like you a sellout. You sold. No, you never was on our side. So you couldn't sell me out because you never was on my side. You ain't on my side because you black. And you ain't my enemy because you white. It's where your heart is at. I said that in the rap. Where your heart at? You used to be a cool cat. Now you just a cold rat. An old bat can see the future clearer than you can. You just a shell of a man. I'm taking a hell of a stand against you cowards and you busters in this entertainment industry. You living like some bitches when I represent your ministry. Keep your Hennessy in your cup because I don't give a fuck. I ain't never needed liquor in my system to rip no party up. I stack bodies up of enemy rappers who choose to show their face. At the club or on the street, it don't matter. Punk, just name the place. I walk a steady pace. You like that rabbit trying to run so fast. But faithful as that turtle, watch me catch back up and beat your ass. Pass you like Michael Johnson did back in '96. King Flipp back up in the mix. Oh, this gonna be a good one. Look, man, like and share this video, man. Comment if you want to, man. Pass me around. Subscribe to my channel, man. I'm conquering, man. Y'all help me conquer. Begin to help me conquer by subscribing and telling your homies to subscribe and tuning in with me. I'm gonna do this because I'm cooking every day. So we're gonna call this Cooking with Flipp. This is gonna be a series. And the series we gonna touch on, there are no conquerors in the black community. That's why the black community is running amok. That's why it's pandemonium in the black community. That's why we don't have any control over our youth in the black community, because the youth don't have any people to look up to. Man, you don't know. Yes, I do. I do know. They'll listen. We just scared of them. Not me, but y'all. And they ain't the problem, really. It's the educated Negroes that have chosen the side of the devil that's in the way. It's the cowards that'll say the women are the problem in the black community, or the misguided. All of y'all who said it ain't cowards, y'all just been listening to the wrong people. There's nowhere in the world we supposed to be running around here thinking that, or even being comfortable saying that the woman is the reason why the black community is in shambles. How is it the woman? You got the women pregnant. You left the woman. You didn't have to. Why y'all running around here just one ton slanging dick everywhere? Come on, man. Do you know who you are? You don't know who you are. That's why you doing it. You dropping, you fertilizing seeds that you ain't got no business fertilizing. Calm down, chill. Wake up every day to meet like-minded individuals who are trying to rise up out of the situation. You being comfortable within the situation that you're in. That's why you can lay down with so many women and get them pregnant, and then don't be with them the next day. You don't know who you are. You don't know how powerful your sperm is. I'm here to teach you how powerful you are. It's not the woman's fault. It's your fault. The woman can't have no kids on her own. Two women can't rub up against each other and get pregnant. So the responsibility lies with the man. If you got a whole lot of little fatherless young boys running around here causing havoc on the black community, the black man did that. Because we don't, the children in our communities don't have a rite of passage. Going to college and getting degrees and all that, that's the rite of passage for the white boys' children. Because just their system they set up, they're going to educate them to where they need to be educated to keep your ass a dumbed down ass stupid nigga. We supposed to be educating our own children, putting the education in them that we feel like they need to have to remain in a favorable position on the food chain. Because we're at the bottom of the food chain right now. We're at the bottom. We at the bottom. And it's the man's fault. It's not the woman's fault. The woman gonna fall in line. The woman can't do nothing. That's why she don't fall in line behind the white man. But he turning on them. He turning on them. I just seen a video the other day that was saying that it's been like 100 and some thousand black women fired from their positions at their jobs in the last quarter or something. That's insane. But it's not insane, because that's how the devil do. The devil don't love nobody. Y'all ain't come to realize that these people who run these systems that we didn't create, they the devil, man. They not God. And this ain't people like, why God allowing it? God ain't allowing shit. We allow it. Ask yourself why you allowing it. Talking about why God allowing it. You God. Why you allowing it? You scared to die? How you scared to die? You feel like you know God. God been talking to you, but you scared to die. Don't you want to go meet God in person one day? Ain't nothing like going to meet God after you do something to aggravate the devil so bad that he do something to you. Then you know God gonna welcome you with open arms. You know this. So why would we be scared to die when we know? Because we don't feel like we going to God. That's the only reason why y'all niggas scared to die. Because you know in your heart, you ain't done nothing that you was supposed to been doing. You trying to escape that punishment. You trying to stay here to escape that punishment your ass gonna get from God. But you gonna get it anyway, because whether you do nothing or not, your ass gonna wake up dead one day. Whether you do something or not. So you might as well do something. Talking about the gangs and man, they our soldiers. The white boy know what to do with his soldiers. He put their ass in the army and he got a budget. He pay them every month. That's how we supposed to do. We supposed to have a budget for the military in every city. All these dudes that like toting pistols and fighting and all that, man, we supposed to have a whole setup for them to blow off steam, but at the same time, get educated on being a real soldier, because you got to be educated to be a real soldier. Train their minds and their bodies. We supposed to have infrastructure doing that, but they ain't going to do that for us. We got to do that for ourselves. They don't want you to do that. They'll rather have your soldiers locked behind bars. They don't want you to have no infrastructure to where you can train them young boys up to be real soldiers. Because they ain't scared to kill and they ain't scared to die. They not afraid to die. That's why they out there doing the thing they doing. They don't fear death like the normal Negro. A soldier is born. A real soldier. A killer is created, but a soldier is born. For real. All these football players, big ass football players and shit, running around, running touchdowns and shit. They some soldiers. They was born soldiers, but the white boy was clever enough to use their talent, parlay their shit into some shit that's gonna make them billions of dollars. But them dudes really supposed to be soldiers. You strike out the running on Tyreek Hill. You strike out the running and we got Usain Bolt. We'll let that man, we'll get that man 200 meters. Man, go get his ass, Bolt. Go get his ass. Go get his ass. We're gonna strike out. We're gonna be tripping. We're gonna have money. We're gonna be betting wages on seeing if Bolt catches ass or not. He ain't gonna get him. Because we the most athletic. Our soldiers are the most athletic. We some cold boy. We don't give ourselves enough credit because we ain't put it all together. We still think like children. We think this thing, we too cool. Ain't enough for us to be like, nah, nigga can't give me no money. I'm starting my own shit. Can't give me no money. I don't want to pay for your ass. But they can't turn their money down. They got families, man. They out here, they gonna white boy get offering some money. They gonna take their money because they got a family to feed. Because ain't nobody set up no infrastructure to where we can do our own thing. I'd rather have an infrastructure. It's cool. They can have their thing too, but let's play against them. I wish we would have kept the Negro League and then just let them keep their own league, okay? Instead of us integrating what y'all got going on, just set up some matches and let us play against y'all. See who wins. Look what happened to Canelo lad. Even though he our Mexican brother, look what happened to them. Both times, a couple of our elite fighters fought him, they schooled him. Cause they ain't on our level when it comes to shit like that. No other race. You might as well just be cool with us. Don't try to fight against us. You're gonna lose. Just be cool with us. Mexico's supposed to be the black folks' ally, but the black folks ain't goddamn got no country. We ain't got no government to be cool with, to be allied with. We over here under the white boy. That don't even make sense. That's the only beef I had with the Nation of Islam, man. How you gonna be mad at a motherfucker for 60 years? You ain't sprung on them. You ain't spit on them. None of that. You just hot at them. You just talking about how mad you at, how mad you are at him. And we ain't even got to fight them. Just set up to be in competition against them. I'm gonna put my letter to Farrakhan up. I had wrote a letter to Farrakhan when Farrakhan had came to Memphis. I remember that was the day I had met Dolph. I think it was in 2015. I had met Dolph that day at the Farrakhan speech. That's the only thing I got, the hang up I got with the Nation of Islam. Like, okay, the white boy ain't gonna give you nothing, so just go on and buy some land and set up your own government. And if we can set up some shit and negotiate reparations later on, cool, but we ain't counting on that. That ain't what we count on. For real. Can do this thing on our own. That's why I thought, like, even with what was his name? Gaddafi trying to give the Nation of Islam, trying to give Farrakhan $1 billion at some point back in the day. And then talking about some America wouldn't allow him to do it or accept the money or what? 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 That would have been my time to say, okay, we about to move the Nation of Islam to Libya. Farrakhan should have got on down then. And I'm throwing the Nation of Islam in there because I respect the Nation of Islam, but at the same time, I got to question the Nation of Islam because why is the black community, especially where y'all headquartered at, in Chicago, why is it so messed up? Why? Because it's religion. Y'all saying y'all ain't dealing with nobody outside of the Muslim. You got to convert to be a Muslim to be a FOI, right? So them dudes that don't want to convert into Islam, you just going to let them be out there running rampant. Oh, see, that's why you don't need to start no organization based around a certain religion. Because you're going to exclude people. Everybody don't want to pray 5 times a day. Everybody don't want to not eat pork. That's why they don't have no type of religion. That's why you can, they say they Christian, but you can be whatever you want to be in America. And they control everybody. They organize everybody. You can be a Muslim in the military. You can be a Hinduist. You can be a Buddhist. You can be whatever you, Christian, Catholic, evangelical, Presbyterian, Kojic, all that in the military. Cats come from all backgrounds. And they put them all in one pile and say, look, nigga, this is what we, and they treat them all the same. And you say you have to convert to Islam to be in our military. That's why, see that? It's the black man's fault. See all that shit got this. It's cool to have that's personal though. Religion is personal to me. That's between you and your family. Man, his philosophy about life or whatever, his belief in his God or whatever, he spreads that down to his family. But he don't be trying to convert nobody and make nobody else outside of his family. And even in his family, he gonna leave the door open for them because they may find out some stuff that he didn't know. What a real man want his children to do is to think for themselves. He ain't trying to pass shit down to them like he already know it. He got it figured out. Because we don't have it figured out. You lying to yourself if you think you got this shit figured out. One thing I do have figured out though is it's a massive difference between them and me when it comes to morality and righteousness and being just, justice. It's a big difference between them and me. We not the same. So I can't live comfortably under you. You got these niggas out here rah for Trump, rah for Biden, rah for this person, rah for everybody but themselves. Cooking with Flipp, man. Thank y'all for coming again, man. Like and share this video. Just show y'all, look, I'm cooking intellectually, verbally, and I'm cooking literally. Just letting y'all look at what I was doing since I've been talking. I ain't just up here acting like I'm cooking something. My bad, y'all. I ain't too familiar with this streaming yet, but look like I'm getting stuck. Damn, I'm hot. But any kind of way, y'all, it's the man's fault. I'm here to conquer. And that's what we need in the black community in America, conquerors. We don't want to get along with y'all. We don't want to get in with y'all. We can get along, but we don't want to be a part of what y'all got going on. It's time to form our own thing, period. It's not the black woman's fault. If you don't get anything I'm saying out of this video but that, it's not the black woman's fault. The buck stops with the man. Of course our women gonna be more subjective to the white man because the white man her boss. The white man provide money for her. She gonna get her a job. If you don't want your wife to be subject to the white man, don't allow your wife to work for the white man, and don't you work for the white man. Be your own boss. Or go and work for your brother. Y'all get together and form something. There's plenty of industries out here y'all good. And y'all cats got all types of degrees. Y'all cats got all types of education. But you allow these people to take your mind. You allow these people to make you feel like you were born a second-class citizen. You were born to be under them. What happened to the soldiers that felt like they were born to conquer? And all we have to do is form our own businesses together with the intention on taking over that said industry. Taking over these particular industries that we are good at, which is fashion, which is music, which is sports and entertainment, which is
We are scientists and everything. But we can't do it all at one time. We can start from one and go to the next. I'm gonna show y'all my letter I wrote to Farrakhan back in the day. Because we need a catalyst. We need a focal point. Focal point means somebody that everybody is focused on. You can't just have a whole lot of people talking about, no, that's not unification. Unification is getting together first and then organizing ourselves, appointing people certain positions, and creating a company. That's organization. And the company is going to be a chairman. You might have a board. Then you're going to have employees. And we got to take over each industry that we are known to be good at one by one and employ and pay all of our own people so we can have our own voice and we have our own direction on where we're going. We not with killing people in the Middle East. We not with bullying people. We don't associate with that type of stuff. Those are not our allies. Our allies are who we say our allies are. Our allies will be Ibrahim Traore, Chiani, Goita, and all of the African countries that are hell bent on being self-sufficient. Those are our allies. All that other stuff ain't none of our business unless it is our business. But we got to handle our situation first before we can even almost get to talking about what somebody else got going on. Our situation ain't handled. Black people will be the root, the foundation of this new righteous movement. We include every other race of people as well, but we are the foundation of it. That's how it has to be. Same way with the wicked side. The white man is the foundation of that. But he allows all type of people to be a part of it. He don't care. Same way with us. Only the black man, the true black man, will be the true black man and woman, the true black family will be the foundation. The true melanated man and woman and child will be the foundation. Everybody else is allowed to come in, but you're going to have to abide by our rules. When this takes place, we're in the process now. It's a process. We're at the very beginning. Well, I'm not, but we are. Only have 560 or so subscribers on YouTube. Y'all run the numbers up. They need to go up to 50,000. Because I'm about to be cooking. And we're going to get our health right. I'm on that seaweed. That sea moss. Look, man, y'all subscribe to the channel. Like this video and pass it to your people. I think I got some good stuff in this video. I really do. But it's time for us to start thinking conquering. And in order to conquer the world, we're going to have to conquer our communities first. Then we're going to link up Detroit, Miami, Harlem, Brooklyn, Philly, Camden, New Jersey, Memphis, Atlanta, Jackson, Mississippi, Albuquerque, Omaha, Nebraska, Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, Port Arthur, LA, Long Beach, San Diego, Richmond, San Francisco, Oakland. Conquer your communities first. You don't need the National Guard. Conquer your communities first. Organize with each other. Organize yourselves. Be men. The youngest will listen. It won't be no bloodshed. One or two might have to get taken out, but it ain't gonna be no whole lot of people because the one or two rotten eggs, they get taken out, moved out the way, the other one's gonna fall into place. You gotta show strength. You gotta show power to conquer. And you gotta be willing to do what you need to do to conquer. Conquer our communities first. Stop blaming the black woman because she gonna fall in line when we start conquering. And then we'll be straight. Then we're gonna link up city to city, state to state. And we either gonna create our own to where we run the government, or we gonna conquer them around us and take what they got. I don't even want nothing they got, to be honest with you. I'd much rather us just create our own. But leave us alone when we do. Because if you come at us, we're not just going to only defend ourselves, we're going to go on the offense. Now we want it all. Conquer your community first. Link up. Remember, it ain't number 2 players in this game. One on one side and one on the other. Chess game. And that's God and that's the devil. Who you being controlled by? Another analogy, it ain't number 2 coaches, God and the devil. Who you play for? We play for God. We on this side. And we going to show y'all the difference when we conquer, how it's going to be after we conquer compared to what is going on now. Chaos. Man, look at this clown show. Just look at the clown show. The clown show is insane. Like and share this video. Comment. Let me know where you from, where you at. If you want me to send you some literature on PFG, I will. Drop your email in the comment. We got literature. We got it all written down. We got the plan already ready. I'm already all over the world. We all over the world. PFG is everywhere. Players for God. In this game of life, it's only 2 coaches, God and the devil. Who do you play for? We play for God, and we here to conquer. We here to establish the kingdom of God. Because that's what Jesus said. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And if life was chess, I'd be the king in black. It's your boy, King Flipp, signing out. Love y'all, man. And look, it's time to conquer. It's time to conquer. It's time to stop playing. It's time to conquer. Check it out. Be some good spaghetti, man. Be some good spaghetti.